I welcome you to this Python application programming session, probably class number 30. Okay, and yeah, we had a couple of issues in previous class. You might have forgotten a few things. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you could see on the screen? Is it a Jupyter notebook?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we have dealt with pure functions and modifiers in the last class. You remember we dealt with the modifiers in the last class? Guys, fast. Have we done modifiers? Okay. No idea. I think we have done this part because I can see some kind of text been typed here. Prototype versus dispatch. Yeah, I've done modifiers. Design development example. Having a high level insight to the problem before you create programming, like the time example can be represented in 3-digit number in base 60. The first digit is second, the second digit is 60, and the third digit is 36 hundredths. Okay, it's just a revision. Previously, we have seen how to add two different times, correct? So here in this example, you could see I have created a function called add_time, which takes T1 and T2. These are objects. Okay, these are objects or instances. And here you could see I've created an instance inside a function and which is modified. So this instance is modified. Okay. And also I could see another method, a function called increment. These are function because I'm not writing it inside the class. If it is inside the class, then I should have declared it as method. I should have called it as method. Now I have two functions here. 3. This is a print_time. And this function basically tries to understand whether if it's a seconds are more than 60 and minute are more than 60 and increment minute and hour respectively. Okay, let me run this program. Good. Now design development. Here you could see the same example, but I'm trying to write my own add_time here. If you could see add_time, since I could understand that time can be represented in as a 3-digit integers, okay, as a 3-digit integers in terms of seconds, 60s, minutes, and 36 hundredths as hour. So what I do, I would take a time. See here, T1 is a time, and T2 is again another time. I'm going to add these two time. I have defined another new function called add_time inc. This is a new function which I have defined. Okay, let me call it as add_time inc. Here, if you could understand, I am trying to add two times in terms of an integer value. Okay, see, understand. I'm going to convert T1 as well as T2 into integers. See here, I'm using time to int of T1. So what is time to int function? Time to int function is here. I've defined another time to int function which converts minutes and hour into seconds. Understand, guys? I am going to convert the given time into seconds. See here, this function is going to return seconds value. So I'll be having seconds of time 1 in terms of seconds, likewise time 2 in terms of seconds, correct? So here I'm going to add the time in terms of seconds, and then I'm going to give this seconds as an input argument here to int to time, because I can return the values in terms of seconds, but I want the time to be added, okay, or time to be displayed in hour, minute, second format. So here I call this function. You could see another function into to time, which takes seconds as an input argument and converts it into hour, minute, second format, correct? So I'll run this program. Good. So now I'll define a class called time, and I would define start is equal to time. This is the time where I've started watching the movie, and this is a movie of length some 2 hours 20 minutes and 30 seconds. This is T1 and this is T2. Now I'm giving this T1 and T2. See, duration is T2, start is T1. I created 2 instances of time. I'm giving this start and duration, okay, to add underscore time inc, and you could see T1 is an alias to start, T2 is an alias to duration. Time to end of start plus time to end of duration. So these two are converted to seconds here by calling this function. Likewise, I'm going to call, after adding these two time instances in terms of seconds, I'm going to give the seconds as an input argument to int underscore into time, and it will convert into time into seconds. Okay. And I have also written the function called print underscore my time actual. So in the previous cell, so this function will be called and this function will be executed. So it's just going to print the time. If I run this program, see, so here 15:45:01, because I have increased these values. So let it be 8:30:01 seconds, and let it be 2:20 and 30 seconds. I could see it's in the readable format 10:50:31. You started watching a movie at 8:30 and you ended watching a movie at 10:50 of length 2:20:30 seconds. So now classes and methods. When you say it as a method, so you can see here, if I define class and function separately, so you call it as a class and function. Okay. How to define a method? If I give an indentation to this function, if so that this belongs to this class called time. So how to create a method? Just give an indentation to a function, or just try to define a function inside the body of class. I repeat, defining a function inside the body of class converts function into method, and hereafter I'll be calling this kind of functions as method. It's a simple method which prints the time. Okay, and yeah, this is another way of calling a method. See here, I can call the function, or I can call the method with its name. Here you could see I can call the method called print underscore time. Okay, print underscore time, and giving an input argument called start. So here I'm just trying to call this function in this format where the function is an active agent. Whereas in the second method, if I call the function on the object or on the instance itself, see here start dot print. See, this was an instance which was created, and I am trying to invoke a method on to an object. So here an object is an active agent. In this case, an object is an active agent. In this case, function is an active agent. Okay. I'm just trying to run this program because it has already been executed in the previous example. Yeah. Now, let me take up an example. Is this program okay, guys? Is this program okay? Can you just see this entire program? Do you have any difficulty in understanding this program? Here till here, it is a repeated, right? I'm just trying to combine all the different parts of cells into one class. See, I've defined print underscore time inside the class. I defined a method called time to int and int to time, and also increment. See here, increment. See, these are the two methods which I've declared now. Okay, so this is again the previous method. It's same as incrementing. If a user is giving a seconds to be incremented, see here, these are two different programs. These two are two different programs. Till here, is it okay, guys? Till here, is it okay? Yeah, fast. I'm asking you a question.
Yes, sir.
Is this three part okay? Yeah, fine. So now let me just take another cell here. I would try to take another example. I can rewrite the function increment, something like this. So what does this function do? Can anybody tell what does this function do? Can anybody tell what is this function? This is a method, in fact. I'll put it under the class. So what this function will do? Can anybody tell what this function will do? Fast, guys. Rakshit?
Yes, sir.
What will happen with this function? What is this self? If you want to define a method inside a function, and if you're trying to represent an object outside the function, or if you're trying to carry the instances inside a function or inside a class, so you're going to use the input argument. Always the first input argument of a method is self. So what does it happen? Self refers to the instance itself. Guys, understand? I repeat, self is nothing but the instance itself. Suppose if I define a class here, class called time. Okay, class called time. And now I'm going to make it as a method by giving an indentation. And these indentations, why I'm given? Because this belongs to, these two statements belongs to this method. Now, from outside the class, if I'm trying to call a particular, if I'm going to create an instance called start, okay, start is equal to time. What is the start now? Guys, what is start? Hello? What is start?
An instance.
Instance, right? So can I copy this? I hope it won't hurt you guys. Okay, if I copy these 3 lines, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I could refer to this. I could call this method. Okay, something like this. Start. Okay, start dot increment. Is it okay? Can I call it this way? Start dot increment. Is it okay? Or also I can call it as dot increment, right? both the ways. I can call it as start dot increment, time dot increment. If I call it as a time dot increment, I might try to give an input argument. But here, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to invoke a method from the object or through the object. Start dot increment. Guys, understand very carefully. Start dot increment. So what is start here? Start is nothing but self to increment. Start is nothing but an alias to increment. Guys, I repeat, self is nothing but it is an object with itself. It is referred to itself to an object. And seconds, now this method is expecting some value, say 20. So now it will return into 2 time seconds. See here, you could understand what will happen. Self dot time to int. What is self dot time to int? Say this time to int is referred to this method now. Time to int is referred to this method. Is it okay? Time to int just converts the given values into seconds. Here in this program, I am assuming, where is the program? Okay, here. In this program, I am assuming I have to add the seconds to the existing time. I'm just trying to increment the seconds to the existing time with this method. Is there any problem to follow this method? I'm going to just add some seconds to the given time. Guys, any doubt? Any problem? Yes, fast.
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. See now, here I am getting some, yeah, here I am getting time to int is not defined. If I am trying to define time to int here, I have to define what? Time to int. Again, after defining time to int, I have to define into to time also. Correct? Let me just copy time to int and into to time both. Now I guess, yeah. See, this is how I've written the program. I just copied this. I'll make it a different cell. I'll add another cell here. Let me just try to minimize it. Okay. So here I've just copied and pasted time to end and into to time. Why? Because I want time to end and into to time. Now I'll write this program here. Now you could see start to increment comma 20, but I want to print, right? I want to print. So if I want to print, I have to make use of the print statement. I have the print statement here. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to just oh my god, where is the program? Yeah, here. I'm going to use this as a print statement. Okay, used it as a print statement here. So now this function is complete because I wanted to print. Okay, now I want to call this print, right? So if I want to call this print statement, I have to say start dot print underscore time. Yeah, any problem now? But here the seconds is not been incremented, isn't it? This 20 seconds has to be incremented here. What is the problem now? So in this program, it has to be incremented with the seconds. So what is the problem? Why it has not been incremented? It's still showing the same time. It should be 9:45 20 seconds, but I'm getting the same time. Guys, fast. Okay. Let me take another example. You have to put this as end is equal to and then say end dot. Guys, I'll repeat it again. See here till start. Start dot increment will simply increment, but this start is not changed. Start will have the same value. If I could print start here, start dot. Print underscore time. Okay. Here at this moment. You could see two results now. You could see two results. The one where the start has not changed. The value of the start remains to be the same. But here, the increment start dot end increment, I'm going to assign this value, the incremented value to end. Then I'm going to say end dot print underscore time. And you could see the result, or else I can just copy it above this and you could see the result. This is my start time. And this is the incremented time. Now let me ask you a simple question. What is that in this program? What is that you have given here? End is equal to start dot increment 20. What you have done? Are you trying to give a value that is increment seconds? Are you trying to give seconds to be incremented to the time? Yes, fast. Are you trying to give some seconds to be incremented to the actual time? Tejas, Spurti,
Hello, sir.
what is this statement?
That start in dot increment, sir. That statement.
Ah,
Start is an object, sir. This instances, it's calling its method increment.
okay. What is this?
It's an end, sir.
Hmm? What is this value? 20.
20, okay. The 20 is in seconds, sir.
Good. So 20 is an alias to seconds inside this method, right?
Yes, sir.
What if I give a duration? What if I give the 1 second? Let me just copy the program of duration. One second, just hold on. Where is the duration? Yeah, here. Yeah. What will happen if I give start dot increment with duration? Now duration is alias to seconds, right?
Yes, sir.
So if duration is an alias to seconds, see here, is it valid seconds plus is equal to self dot time to int?
No, sir.
No, right? Because
No,
I
it should be
cannot.
seconds dot time.
No,
Seconds.
no, 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 no. This is completely. See, you'll get an error. Why? Because time to end is not supported to the objects. See here, plus equal to. You cannot pass an object here. Correct? Duration is an instance or an object. So this function or method is created only to add seconds or only to increment seconds to the given time.
Okay.
Correct? But what if I want to check the instances? Understand, guys? I repeat, what if I want to check the instance? Whether a given input argument is an instance. So what I'll do, I will use or I will call another complicated, I'll take another complicated example here. Let me just put a cell. So I'm going to define this inside the class called time. Okay, so what this method will do, can you tell? This will take self. Self is nothing but object itself. Okay, if I have defined outside as time, so it is time itself, the time or start. So this is referred to start. Okay, start. What is this other? Other is again another object like duration. So I'm going to check is instance. I'm going to use is instance. I can use is instance. 1 second. Can I use this function, guys? 1 second. Can I use this function? So what this function will do? What this function will do? This I am just trying to make you understand what is this function. Okay, just remove this. What is this function? I'll be using is instance. Is instance other comma time. What is other? Other is nothing but the duration. Time is nothing but a start. And if this is true, that means if both the instances, if both the input arguments are instances, so it will return or it will just say add underscore time, or it will say increment the seconds, increment with the seconds. So this complicated program, I will take it in detail in the next coming section. So here, so now let me check with another complicated example. Is the duration, see here, is the duration greater than the other time? I cannot use this now. I cannot use this now. Okay, start the underscore in increment. I can give it as 20 or 30. It should be an integer value. Now you could see I started watching movie at 9:45 and the incremented value is 20 seconds. So I've just got the incremented value. I use the method called is after inside this. Can I use this method called is after? So what is this method? Can anybody tell what is this method? Self is self itself, means say start here. Okay, and what is this other? Other is again another object. If you could see here, other is another object. Why? Because this is dealing with time to end. So now I can say end is after start. So I can check this. I can check what is end, guys. What is end here now? What is end, Tejas?
Sir.
What is end?
It is a value, sir.
End is an object.
Yes, sir. No, it's not an object, it's a value for increment.
Oh, see here, end is an incremented object.
Okay. Okay.
If you say end print underscore time and say end dot hour, what is end dot hour? End dot hour is 9. End dot minute is 45. End dot second is 20, right? See here, time dot hour, time dot minute, end dot hour, end dot minute. See here, 9, correct? End dot hour is 9. End dot minute is 45. End dot second is 20. So what is end? End is an object. It's an incremented object. Now, since I've added this is after self other. I'm just trying to check whether the time, whether the start is greater than duration or duration is greater than start. I'm going to just check whether a particular object is greater than the previous object. So I'll do. I can say end dot. What is end now? End dot is after. So what is after here? Is after is this method. What is end here? End is an object. So end is an object. Is after is a method. Comma. I had to give what? I had to give start. So just try to relate, guys, now to this method. Self. What is self? Self is an object itself. Is after is referred to a method inside a class. And other is an alias to a start. And what is that I'm going to get? It will return a Boolean value. Here I'm going to generate a Boolean value. Boolean value, true or false. So if this statement is true, it will return true. Else it will return false. There are no other discrete return values here. It is either only true or false. It's a binary. So what will I get? Can anybody tell the answer? What will I get? What is the value of self here? The value of self is 945, right? Is it 945? Guys, what is the value of self?
Yes, sir, 9:45.
945. What is the value of other? Other? What is the value of other? Other is an alias to duration here. Other is an alias to end here. Oh, come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
So now it will take self dot time to end. It will take 945.20 because end is nothing but the value 945.20. What is start? Start is an alias to start. And start is an alias to other here. Okay, start is an alias to other. Sorry, I said it wrong previously. So self is an alias to end. Start is an alias to other. No confusion. Now I say self dot time to end. What is happening here? Self dot time to end. So it is end dot time to end, right? So it is converting the value of end to integer value. And here in this case, other dot time to end, it is converting the start value to an integer. Why? Because other is an alias to start. And these two integer values are compared. And I should get true. Time object has no attribute called is after. What happened here? Oh, I did not run this program. Yeah, it should be is underscore after. Now I'm getting true. Okay, any doubt? See, I repeat this example. Is this part okay? Time to int into time and this increment.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm just trying to verify whether the incremented value or the incremented time is greater than the start time. That's it. So this self is nothing but the object itself. In this example, I have started watching a movie at 9:45 and the movie length was 220. This is not required here because I'm not doing any incrementing with respect to the duration. Now I simply say start dot increment of 20. Start dot increment of 20, which will add or increment only seconds to this previous time. That's it. Very simple. So once I call this method, you could see here also, you could see start is an alias to self and 20 is an alias to seconds. And this start, okay, see this start is nothing but 9:45:0 and this is converted to second here. You could see self is nothing but start dot time to int is nothing but you're going to convert it into seconds, and I'm going to convert this back into time just in order to display in time format. So I'm just going, I'll just assign a value, create a variable or instance again. This is an instance again. See here, end is an instance again. Instance or object. Okay. Now I created a new object called end. So inside this end, I'll be having an incremented value of this time. And now I want to verify whether this end is greater than start. Obviously, by just looking at this statement, since it is incremented, obviously this end is greater than start. How I'm going to verify? I've written a method called is after. Is underscore after is a method which takes self. Self means what? An object itself on which it is invoked. Other is what? I'm giving a start here. So other is nothing but a alias to a start. What is start? Start is still this value, that is 9:45. What is end now? End is another object, that is 9:45:20. So these two are converted to integer here. So 9:45 is converted, 9:45:20 is converted here, and here 9:45 is converted. Let me just put it here. So this is 9:45:20 and this is simply 9:45:00. This is okay now, and it will compare these two values and it will return true because I've used greater than statement here. I've used greater than statement here. It's a Boolean expression. Is any doubt now? Just let me know if you have any doubt. Fast.
No, sir. No doubt.
No, sir.
Okay. So in the next class,